Hi and welcome back to the channel. My name is Toby and I'm a husband and father of 6, and here I explore how busy parents can pursue personal growth alongside our family and work responsibilities to help us forge a more balanced life. And today, while I'm on my walk here in the Pentland Hills in Edinburgh, I thought it would be good to talk about how I try to stay fit as a parent and hopefully find some ways that can help you in that journey too. So the reason I want to talk about that is because I've been reflecting on it lately, that now that I'm 36 and with 6 kids in the house, I find myself being fitter than when I was 19 and single, right? And it seems a bit paradoxical, but I think the biggest reason for that is once you're a parent, you have the strongest reason in the world to stay fit, because we should see our kids not as excuses not to stay fit, but as the biggest motivators of why we want to stay fit. So here are 7 ways that I use to stay fit, and as I said, I hope some of them might resonate with you or help you along. And I'd be equally really interested if you have any other ways that you've found to be helpful to stay fit as a parent, to drop them below in the comments or let me know. I'm always happy to hear from you guys, and also for me to find new ways to up my game. So the first one being, make uncommon choices. There's a reason why it's more challenging to maintain your fitness with kids around. You've got less time on your hands, less time in the mornings, with the kids rising, needing help, breakfast sorted and so on, school runs, coming home, making dinner, tucking them into bed, all of that stuff. So a lot of the free time that we had when we were either single or just a couple is now filled with the kind of parental obligations, which is obviously a choice and we love it, but it makes it definitely way harder to stay fit. So the other element that really is challenging is obviously sleepless nights, whether that's from babies or toddlers keeping us up with nightmares and needing to be protected at night. And then the other thing is our kitchens are always filled with snacks, especially sugary stuff that can be so tempting and appealing, especially after a sleepless night. And the way to counter that is to be really resolvent about making uncommon choices, which might mean that your fitness regimen doesn't look like what it used to. You don't follow a plan like others, but it might mean doing dips on the kitchen side while you're making dinner. It might mean that you do get up earlier than the kids, which is a way that I found to be very helpful. But it's about building your fitness in and around your family and not expecting your family to mold around you. And the other way, and this here is probably a good example, I'm out here with the baby in front, toddler in the back, is to go on adventures together. Because having kids is an invitation to make memories, and these will stay with us for a lifetime. So rather than complaining about kids holding us back, to be really intentional about saying, now that I've got my kids, I want to forge as many memories as possible. And they get crafted when we're out here. When we're out here in the wild, out in the wilderness, in the woods, that's where these memories get forged. Epic holidays where you go on hikes and explore new parts of the world. And that would be my way number 2, is to go on adventures together. And the third way would be to make time to stay fit as a couple, because kids deserve us to be our best selves. Our best selves depend on us being the fittest version that we can be. And as a couple, it obviously isn't just about looking at your own schedule. You need to make sure that you take care of your spouse or your partner, and seeing other elements where you can cover for each other. One of you works out in the morning or goes for a walk in the morning, whatever it is that you want to do, and then either you alternate or one goes in the morning, one in the evening, and even better, do it together. If you can find ways to stay fit together. We love going on family walks together, sometimes even just my wife and I, which is great also to reconnect. So that'll be my third way to stay fit. And the fourth one would be actually to work out with your kids. So again, this example here could be probably taken that I'm working out with my kids. They're here. But what I mean by that more is when you have older kids. Doesn't need to be teenager, but I guess 6, 7 and upwards. You can start incorporating them into your workouts, which could be going on longer bike rides. And at one point, once they start pursuing their sports, they're probably really keen to get fitter and stronger themselves. So if you can go and maybe do some calisthenics with them, motivate them, make a game out of that. Especially circuit training can be really, really fun for them. Just short intervals, you know, you do 50 seconds of an exercise, 10 seconds pause, and the next one, and you do 3, 4 of those exercises, then take a break and do 3 rounds. That can be really, really powerful to help you stay fit and have your kids around. And the 5th one being cook together, because fitness really starts in the kitchen, and there's no amount of training that can outwork a bad diet. So making meals together, being conscious about what you stock your larder with and your pantry with, getting rid of all these sugary snacks and trying to make healthier versions yourselves is much easier for the kids to get on board with that if they've helped you make them, right? And obviously food is the best preventative medicine, and it's also our duty as parents to show our kids how to cook properly, so when they leave our home they're set and sorted for life. And the 6th way to stay fit as a family is to sign up for races. So exercise obviously can be fun, you can go for walks together, you can do your circuit trainings together, but if you don't have any big goals that you're working towards, it can be really hard to stay motivated. And it's the same for us as it is for our children, right? So for them, it would be amazing to sign up for local park runs or Spartan races, which is something I've done with my children a few times, which is absolutely fantastic for us to see, for the nerves to kick in a few weeks out, for them to wanting to train with you, to not, you know, stand at the start line unprepared, but to feel like, you know what, I spent quality time with my mum and my dad and I feel ready. We've run together, we've lifted together, and we've have very, very fond memories from those races. And it could be whatever you want it to be, but signing up for races together, whether that can be the same or on the same weekend or a similar thing, is a key way to really keep the motivation up for everybody. And the last one, way number 7, is to have a home gym, because having a home gym really removes all these barriers. You don't have to sign up for classes that you might miss because you had a sleepless night, or an extra commute that you have to build in, or more time away from the family. But having a home gym, whether that's in your bedroom, garage, I've got mine in a garden shed, removes all these barriers, and you can just, whenever you're up, or if it's late at night, even if you wanted to, you don't have that extra barrier or friction in place, and you can just step out and do your exercises. And also, it doesn't need to start with an elaborate gym, right? You don't need to have a massive squat rack and loads of weights and bikes and all that stuff. I started over 10 years ago with mine, and the first thing I bought was a kettlebell, and then I bought a second kettlebell, and then some dumbbells, and, you know, just build it up over time. So yeah, that was my reason number 7. And the 7 ways really that I found to help me stay fit, just to recoup for that while I'm trying my hardest to walk down this treacherous path here in the Pentlands, was the first one was make uncommon choices, go on adventures together, make time to stay fit as a couple, work out with your kids, cook together, sign up for races as a family, and have a home gym. And I hope some of these resonated with you. And as I said, please leave comments below if you found other ways or whatever else you found most helpful. And I hope to see you next time.